Alright guys, we're going rapid fire. I'm going to do my best to go from the start of my life up till now. This Lord, I pray to give me the strength to get through this without breaking down. I've done about 2 to 3 videos, testimonies, recently, in the last 3 days, and it sapped all of my energy, and I've had to sleep for like a tremendous amount of time, so there's a lot of near-death experiences, so that's basically what this is going to be, but it's also going to be the health issues tied into that. So I was born on March the 6th of 89, so I'm 35. My mom's birthday is today. My mom's birthday is March 16th, 69, and my grandma's is March the 26th. I don't know the date though. But I know my grandma died in like her mid-30s from a heart attack in the middle of the street out in Fern Creek, here in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm related to Muhammad Ali through marriage. My grandma was married to Rock for many years. Checking my Bible here. I don't know which one it's in. And real quick, the Lord's wanting me to go through a random verse here, so we'll do that. If you watched any of my videos, which I don't have many viewers or subscribers, but I have more viewers than subscribers, but if you're not a subscriber, then you won't know what I'm talking about. But hold on. Oh, there's a rock right there too. I forgot about that. Here's a rock right here. Hold on. That's me. Obviously, that's me. It's my baby cousin Braxton right there. One of my favorite, my partner, my main, out of 2 favorite cousins, Fat Daddy. That is my cousin Blake. I think that's Cameron. She died of an overdose recently. It's my friend Jason. We got in a fight down in the basement, and I did the Luthez press on him and beat him up bad, but that was, it's a long story. It wasn't like a fight, it was like a you kind of like do what you, repeated behavior because of my dad and my mom, and then also just the bipolar, and I wasn't medicated for a lot of things, and then just trauma, and there's many things. There's my cousin, Big Billy, or Trey. That's my cousin Aaron. And my cousin Bear's 6'6" now. He just had a baby with a very pretty Spanish lady. I need to call him, see how they're doing. Where's Rock? Oh, Rock's over here on the side. That's Rock. Google pictures of Muhammad. You'll see him. There's Rock again. It's my granny on right next to Rock. I don't know who that my baby cousin Braxton was just in that picture sitting in my lap. She said that little girl's our cousin, which is that, or what? Oh, so that must mean that Asian lady's our cousin, if she's, or she might be French too, because she kind of looks like my granny. That's my dad, obviously. Algonquin Park, White House on the corner. That's it right there. Everybody knows what that is. I'm not going to get into why. If you know, you know. It's me when I was a baby. My family liked to drink. Oh, is that a picture back there? Oh no, I thought that was a picture back there. It's my mom and dad in Fern Creek. So when you see my dad like that, you're like, oh, he's not whoever he is. Like, yeah, Jekyll and Hyde. I was extremely uncomfortable in that picture. My dad had me in a vice grip, but recently that picture of him, these 2 pictures came up a couple of years ago, and the Lord was like, it's time to forgive. But you also think because of what your mom and dad do to you that it's so bad, if it is, and even if it isn't, if it's something that bothers you real bad, you think that kind of like if you forgive yourself, you're kind of giving an excuse for what happened, or you're like weak, or I think y'all understand what I'm trying to say, in that regard. But hold on one second. Oh, duh, I know I was doing something wrong. But forgiveness is going to be a huge thing for many, many people about the straight and narrow that the Lord doesn't tolerate. I can tell you that for a fact. As we all know, the Lord said, forgive them, Father. Oh, here we go. For they know not what they do. Which back then the Romans didn't have the benefit of all of the testimonies that we have now, per se. I might be wrong on that, but I think y'all might understand what I'm trying to say, just in the sense that, like, we have the internet now and they don't, and if you were somebody that was an unbeliever or on the fence, or you needed, like, confirmation or affirmation or whatever the case may be, if you're somebody of that ilk, you would have a whole lot more advantage than somebody that hold on one second, y'all. I don't know what this thing is doing. You okay, you know? You got sneezy? How'd it happen? But you didn't know? And it happened to a baby? Oh, he wants daddy. I already know that look. I'm gonna get you, you know. Hold on. Come here. Come on. We'll get you in the video. Come. Not bad. Hi, sweetheart. Okay. It's okay, baby. I know him love him, daddy, because he know, baby. Sorry about that. So, yeah, forgive y'all. Just because we do these things for the Lord, to keep his commandments and things, it doesn't mean that we like it, or doesn't mean that it's easy, or doesn't mean none of that. It's it kind of just is what we're called to do, and you know, life is hard to leave you physically, mentally, and spiritually scarred. Well, I don't know if he said spiritually, but in every way it'll leave you scarred. But think about what Jesus went through. I can't even barely handle that first flogging that he got. Which, if you ever got a whooping with a belt, just a belt, on your back, like hard from your parent, from a psychotic, sick parent, kind of like people under the stairs, then you know exactly how bad that must have, just that right there, you know how bad that feels, and so you can only imagine what the Lord felt. And you gotta remember something. It's not like Jesus just forgave the Romans and the people in his vicinity and the people he came across in the world in his time, but he forgave the entire world. So if the Lord can forgive the entire world, why are you stuck on forgiving your mom and your dad, or brother or sister, or whoever? It doesn't matter what level extreme you're talking about. Like you're at the Hitler level, or somebody that just stole your phone, or somebody that slapped you, or somebody that shot you, or somebody that kicked your cat, or somebody that pushed your mom, or somebody that said something about your mom, or somebody that said something about your dad, somebody that yelled at your sister, somebody that threw a pan at your brother, somebody that raped somebody, somebody that did something to a kid or an animal or an elderly person or somebody that robbed a bank or somebody that stole a car or somebody that was reckless driving, DUI, and hurt a bunch of people. This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Most of y'all ain't gonna understand this. Most of y'all ain't gonna like it. Most of y'all aren't. You're spiritually blind, so you're not really hearing what I'm saying. The devil wants you to find anything on any level of extremes or lows for you to literally, indirectly, without you maybe realizing it, on the subconscious level. Because if you were conscious of it, you would have the wisdom to know the difference. And that's why it's important for people that have experience and people that are called to share information, to share the information. Because if you knew better, you do better. And God's ways are better than our ways. So what does it benefit you to be hateful, just as hateful as the person that you're saying is so wicked, but it's wicked to not forgive. When I got in the Lonely Band, I was only there one time, thank God, but I got these lights on. Oh, that's fine. There was an old Russian lady. She was 80, and she was watching her grandson, and he got out on the road and got killed, hit and killed, because she got distracted or something. And she's 80 years old, y'all, and she still couldn't forgive her own self. So what's she gonna die tomorrow? And then be like, hey Lord, I know you wanted me to forgive myself, but she had 80 years. Well, let's say 60 years, whatever, how many years it was from the time it happened. Let's say she had 50 years. And the Lord's reaching out to her for 50 years, thousands of days. How does that make logical sense? To torture yourself in your own personal hell, in your mind and your spirit and everything in your heart from a mistake. We all make mistakes. And even though it was the worst kind of mistake that could happen, it's still a mistake nonetheless. And maybe that happened because she shared that story with me to share it with y'all. And I was doing everything I could to help her through dealing with that and stuff. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's get into the beginning. And I'm not gonna do a long video like I normally do. I'm gonna break them up. So subscribe to the channel now, because I'm about to go in rapid fire as much as I can with my nerve hurting. Let me get I don't have my back spray or thing, and I was supposed to get injections, but my doctor's office got bought out by another company, and you got to pay $125 for a visit. And so obviously I don't have that money because I have Medicaid. I don't have any income. I got $4 in my account, so yeah, I don't have $125 to pay that. And they say these things like it's so like oh yeah, everybody has that, it's oh, it's no thing. But anyway, I'm in the process of getting into her office, wherever she's at, since she's not there anymore. But it's all janky because the staff has changed, numbers have changed. I call places, they don't call back. It's just weird. But I'll get it sorted out. At this point, I'm getting so sick that I need a CNA or a nurse, or maybe somebody from church. Actually, I'll go to church tomorrow and ask her if there might be a lady that might be able to help me. Just because it'd be nice to have a lady around. Just platonic, nothing crazy. Sit and talk, study the Bible. It's fine to get a hug, just don't make it don't do that. Just a brother and sister in Christ hug, hey, a healing hug, basically, right? I think we all need that at some point. But if you are gonna escalate to up to the marriage type thing, if that happens, Lord's will be done, then do the right thing and get married and skip, don't think that if you're not stroking, you're joking. And I'm talking about a guy to a girl, if you get what I mean. The vertical hand motion. that's not. I'm pretty sure that's not. That's not. Yeah, that couldn't be appropriate. Going to the southern border definitely wouldn't be appropriate. I don't know about kissing and hugging. I'm not. Well, I'm not gonna say. I'm not. Well, I would think hugging would be okay. I would think kissing would be okay. But I don't know. I don't know about the kissing. But to me, the hugging thing would seem like it's okay, because you do kind of have to have like some type of like gauge on like, oh, I feel that when we are married, the intimacy part would be together. But anything that's like involving touching the nether regions, the nether realm of the southern border variety, I'm pretty certain that wouldn't be correct from the Lord, from the commandment of the fornication part. And well, if you're fornicating, you probably do have lust. But anyway, I'm working on finding this, because I used to be a CNA, and I was like, what a nurse? Oh, a CNA. So I'm going to check on my Medicaid. So let me do that now real quick, just so I can show y'all. Because they were calling me talking about services that they offer, but I never called them back because I got too much going on. I have to delegate what I spend my time on, because my energy is finite, and I have chronic fatigue syndrome too. So when I sleep, it's like I'm getting these night terrors. I get about 4 to 6 a night. Plus my pain's waking me up. Plus I have chronic fatigue and insomnia and all these things, and my back's killing me. So it's just like I'm just in the torture rack. Like, look up, Google torture rack Lex Luger WCW Hulk Hogan. You'll see. Can you get a nurse aide with Medicaid? In Kentucky. Medical nurse aide, Kentucky Medicaid. No, that's a can people on Medicaid can people on Medicaid get a nurse to help them? So it looks like it might be available. I have to call them and ask them. I'm not 100% clear on if it is or not. Okay, I have to look that up. But and I don't have any money, so I do my laundry like once every 3 or 4 months. So like so I have to like wash some of my laundry, just the ones that I do need, in the sink, and just let it dry. But anyway, that's one thing my mom taught me, was to be a survivor, and to be able to adapt in any environment. So anyway, I'll check with my church tomorrow. Assuming I can make it, which I think I can. So anyway, I was born 3 months premature. I was in the NICU for 6 months. So like right when I was born, I almost died. And That's me and my mama. And with everything my mom went through, I can tell just from that picture alone that that's why I was here, is to help save my mom's soul. So it makes everything that I went through worth it. That's me in the NICU in the little hyperbolic baby time chamber. Dang, my butt is like really like necrotic looking. Just so y'all know, I'm not lying. It's Rock and my grandma. Six Flags, we would go all the time. There's Rock and Binky. Binky is my sister's mom. Rock has my cousin Eben Ali is Rock's son, and Eben's like 6'9". That's me when I had my first or second or third brain surgery. I think my second one. I had to use that walker to get up to work, and I had to go with the elevator and like go way far over to get there. This is when I got more sick, and I got fat. I was up to 259 pounds. And you can see the difference in my weight. Oh, look at baby girl, keeping daddy going. Harley Quinn and Joker saved my life, man. Y'all don't, if you have a pet, you get it. They don't know nothing but daddy. Got daddy babies. I'm getting off topic a little bit here. My Spurs, Timmy, Manu, and Tony. Every time that they were going through adversity, I was going through adversity with them. And it's like when we won a championship, you know, I won the championship with them too. This is my old coworker from Spectrum, Rebecca. She had died of cancer. I believe her and her husband are Christians. And they checked on me all the time. I need to reach out to him. I don't forget nobody, y'all. Y'all gotta understand that. Oh, and I had idolatry of my Spurs, obviously, and went in and all that, and I repented of that. And but I mean, it's great to have things you love and and you know, it's fine to have those things. Just don't be of the world. You know, live in the world, but don't be of the world. It's my handicap placard. It's my card. It's my scar when it was healing up. By the way, when you have an incision on your head, especially, you have to monitor it 24/7. Because if it gets infected, you're in trouble. This is my car wreck. My ex, you can hear my ex in the background. So they can see everything. I'm guessing they're still going to have to send an adjuster out here.
Oh yeah, they will.
So, luckily I have the type of car that the engine dropped. Because a lot of people die because the engines would keep pushing through and you'll get impaled. And that's almost impossible to survive. Dang, my granny's so bright you can't even see her. Oh, that's me and my mom. Now that's when I was born. I looked like a daggone Mexican alien, light-skinned, black, white, Native American, Puerto Rican, Asian monstrosity of a baby that grew up to look half decent but look like a monster. My mom said, she called me the spider monkey. But then I went from that to the incubator. This is the only picture I have of my grandma. She would cook 5-course meals and would eat fried stuff all the time. It was a smoker and this and that. My granny was gangster. Both of my grannies are gangsters. Like street gangster, like street stuff. I don't want to get into the details, but you know what I'm talking about. And you can see how happy my granny is. So, instead of me being like, oh, I wish I was never born, the Lord's let me know why I'm here. And that's the best feeling ever, to know that people, you can say like, oh, I'm here for a reason, but when you start to look back on stuff, you're like, okay, yeah, that's me and my mom. Snellville, Georgia. My dad came down there to pick us up. My mom overdosed a lot over there. They had to pump her stomach because her and this other guy got into the medicine cabinet when I was a CNA there with We Care Personal Care Home with Billy and Dawn, a Jamaican couple that my mom had met, and they were helping us. Like, God's always put people in our life to help us. But over in St. Matthews, I was playing t-ball. That might have been like when we lived at Mallgate. I'm not sure. I got a couple other pictures of the t-ball thing. I gotta find it. It's me and my brother. My brother in the middle is a Jehovah's Witness, and my brother on the left or right, the far left or right, is gay. So I'm trying to minister to them. So when I'm telling y'all about the non straight situations, I'm not being hateful. I love all of y'all the same as I love my own brothers, because we're all brothers and sisters in Christ. But the same things I'm telling y'all, I'm telling them, because I'm not a hypocrite. So, just to finish the video, and this is the video when Harley was a baby.
Daddy's little girl. It's Daddy's little girl. Okay. Her's okay. Hi. Hi, sweet babies. Yes. Hi, honey. Okay. Okay.
And you can see the difference in size.
Look at Daddy's babies eating nice M&Ms. That's good babies.
Wish they wouldn't eat off the floor, but you know, cat's gonna cat. But anyway. So because I have, just from the very beginning, even if all I had happened was when I was almost not making it when I was born. So I was in the NICU 6 months, and then I had a heart monitor because I had a heart murmur, which I think that can kill babies or something. I don't know. I don't know nothing about all that kid stuff. But I had it. I know it was an issue because it's an irregular heartbeat. I do know that, so that can't be good. So I get especially for a newborn that's like not even developed, has like no immunity or strength or faculties, or you know what I'm talking about. Then I had to have a breathing thing too. So I was hooked up to, like, I don't know, a bunch of stuff. And my auntie, I was on a stream a while back, and my auntie sent you one of many of my family members. I've had many mothers, many mothers that have raised me. But like she was like, oh, it would always be beeping, and I'd tote you around, and I'd be talking to you, and this and that, and so it was just there can be positive things found in times of strife. So I don't want people to think that it's always like, you know, doom and gloom or whatever. But even if all I had was that one thing happen with my situation with the you know, almost dying when I was born, I would still have the same level of appreciation for, you know, God blessing me with Harley Quinn and Joker and all my other babies. And while I mention that, let me pull up Domino. He was my favorite cat growing up. I mean, they're all my favorites, but like he was especially special. Kind of like that one girlfriend that you wanted to marry that just didn't want you. So I was over in Valley Station in Louisville, Kentucky. Me and my mom moved in with my dad because stuff was crazy. Monty Lewis is allergic to cats, didn't like cats. Let Domino live in there for like a few weeks, and then he's like, can you get him out of here? So we put him in the backyard in the dog thing, and it wasn't even fenced in. And I'm here thinking, oh, he'll just be back there. But he was a hunter. He had only his back claws, and he could climb trees. And he was a hunter. One time he caught a baby chipmunk, and I found it, and I made him get it, spit it out. It's a circle of life. It's the way God made it. But I just didn't want to see little chipmunk die. So shout out to the little chipmunk. I hope you had a bunch of little chipmunks, and maybe that might have been a chipmunk that messed around and had more chipmunks, and then one of them got stray, and then somebody found a chipmunk and changed their life and saved their soul. Hey, you never know. I be thinking about goofy stuff like this, but maybe it ain't goofy if it's true. I'm just saying, y'all. All I'm saying is what I'm saying. You dig what I'm saying? But I know he's fine. He's a hunter. He's fine. It's just, it was tragic the way I lost him. And from 11 to 26, I didn't. I kept calling him. I could hear him coming to me, and then it was dark, and he was probably about like that, 50 feet away, and I could hear him, but I couldn't see him. And then my little baby cousin Heaven, ironically, she was like 1 or 2, like 2. She ran out and was like, "Oh, kitty," because she wanted to pet him, because she had just started living with us, because my cousin Monty Lewis's daughter Yona moved in with us, and Heaven is Yona's daughter, and essentially she scared him off, and that's the last time I ever saw him. So from 11 to 26, I was so broke down and suicidal and everything from that I literally almost didn't make it, y'all. So when I say I'm probably one of the biggest, I am definitely one of the biggest lovers of cats. It's a lot deeper than just, oh, they're so cute and I love cats. You know, they make me happy. But I do really want to pet them all. So that's the first video about the NICU. Because of that, I've had a whole lot of birth defects. Oh, when I was in my mom's stomach, this leg was this long and this leg was this long. So I had to get a leg lengthening procedure, but that's a different thing. I might as well show you what it is. Actually, I'm not going to show you because I don't want the video to get banned. It looks like something from Saw, and it's on your leg, and then you got to twist it in the 4 corners to stretch your bone out while you're awake. So because I had the trigeminal neuralgia, I've had all these things, the Crohn's pains and that and everything else. It's like the Lord was building me up to prepare me. Now, God wasn't driving the car when the lady caused the wreck. It's just that because I had those things happen, I am able to cope with it and not kill myself, because it is the suicide pain. But it's also to show people, to kind of be a strengthener for people that are suicidal just without what I have, and the people that are, because I really understand it, because I've been there my whole life. Since 3 years old, I've been where y'all are at. And that's, so that's the video. Throw a comment, like the video so people can see it, share the video so people can maybe get something out of it. And I'm about to do another video, so I'm gonna upload this. As soon as this uploads, I'm doing another video. I'm out. God bless. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to show y'all this. Jesus is calling y'all. Pick up the phone.